All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, what I'm going to talk about today is where are your conversations leading to? Should I say, what are they leading to? I don't know, one or the other. But the reason I bring this up is because I have a lot of people now more than ever asking me about how should they handle certain things, especially when talking to others about, let's say, politics, let's say different things going on in their life in general, especially through COVID, what they believe, they don't believe they should do, just different approaches, what not only they should be doing, what they should be doing for their family. And this goes for many different things as well. Kind of just finding themselves always arguing or having to prove to others why they believe in what they believe in. And this can be family members, friends, colleagues, siblings, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody. There's a lot of arguing going on. And I have a theory regarding a lot of this. And I'm going to first start off by saying I never got caught up talking about politics. Now it kind of comes up because it's impossible not to frickin' fall into that, okay? But for the most part, my entire life, not even my parents ever once talked to me about politics. If you did, I would walk away. Or I would say, I don't know what you're talking about, or I don't even bother me with this shit, or however I felt like responding. People knew better. A lot of times with religion, I'll talk religion to a certain point, but get ready because I'm going to come out like a tornado to a certain degree. So a lot of people would actually, I think on the flip side, not want to talk about religion because what I'm going to say is going to be brutally honest from what I've gone through and what I've seen throughout my life dealing with a lot of religion, especially younger, being involved with a lot of Christians and Catholics, even going to Christian camps for the summer. So I was definitely involved in that, world of religion. But put that aside, back to conversations, I think a lot of people give other people too much leverage. Here's the deal. If somebody is baiting you or questioning you and you don't want to answer the question, you have the right to walk away or just tell them, I don't want to talk about that. If they keep insisting you talk about it, again, walk away or just not answer them. People will get your point very quickly, but too many people fall into the trap of arguing all the time or falling in the trap of not even realizing people are setting you up. They want to make you maybe look like a fool or maybe make you feel like what you're doing is wrong or just like to argue, make you feel like maybe stupid in front of other people, maybe asking you questions that you don't know the answer to, which isn't fair either because let's face it, not everybody knows everything. Also, a lot of what we, how do I say this? A lot of what we say a lot of times may not be right. It may not be wrong. Who the hell knows? But you got to realize when it comes, I believe, to conversations, again, this could even be in a relationship, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the hell it is. What, at the end of the day, is this conversation leading to? In the beginning, in the middle, and at the end, you usually know, but you kind of play dumb. Don't do it to yourself, and don't do it to others. I'm just telling you, in my opinion. Because a lot of times when we're with somebody for a long period of time, or we're friends or we're not friends, all we're trying to do is kind of upset one another. I don't know why people do this, but they do. You may be one of these people. I'm here to tell you, it's very hard to get me upset or change my mood to a certain degree. Not saying it can't happen. I don't give people the leverage a lot of times. Even phone calls, if I'm talking to them, even text, email, I don't care if it's messenger on social media. I'm going to take the high road. All right. Now, that doesn't mean I never argue or I never get in certain discussions with certain people. But a lot of times I immediately know where the conversation's going for the most part. Not 100%, but a lot of times I could tell by the tone, the questions they're asking, the situation I'm in, where they're asking it, why are they asking it, is it any of their business? See, that's the thing I think people have to understand in life, that I have the right to not tell you any of my business. If other people talk shit about me, that's a whole different thing. I can't control that. But I have the right not to listen to you. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, well, that's hard to do with parents or, siblings and all that. I get it. You can listen too. Doesn't mean you have to respond. A lot of times by not responding is going to even make them more upset. But why would it make you upset? Now, again, I'm not going to say that people don't argue, and that I don't want you to not ever stand up for yourself. Of course, I want people to stand up for themselves. But I do believe there's a right way and a wrong way to go about it. I also think a lot of times you're arguing with people that don't know what they're talking about. Or they're shit talkers. Or again, what are we getting out of the conversation? At the end of this conversation, a lot of times, you're upset, you're miserable, you're frustrated. What was that for? Then maybe you get in your car, I'm just saying, then you drive, you may get in a car accident because you're not focused. Or you get upset, somebody's always making you upset again. It could be at work, at home, wherever. Then you, in turn, now go make other people upset because you're upset. It's like a chain reaction. Back, self-awareness, especially with conversations, because let's face it, conversations for the most part is what we are constantly doing. And if we're not verbally doing it, you could be even doing it on social media again, or back to texting, or all these different platforms where we communicate with one another. Bottom line is, don't let people make you nuts. All right? I'm just telling you, nip it in the bud very quickly. Talk to the people that you want to talk to. Also, talk to the people that you like to enjoy to talk to. A lot of people get caught up, and I get it here. I will say this too. At work, a lot of times you're forced to deal with certain people. But once they catch drift that you're not going to tolerate their bullshit, and this could even be a lot of times that I've worked with managers and owners and all these different people. And you could be like, oh, Rich, you could get fired or this or that. Listen, if you start in a screaming match and arguing and yelling, that's one thing. But I can assure you, if you're a good worker and you just sit there, right, and say they got to vent or not verbally abuse you, but, question you and whatever, you can just give, very quick answers. No, yes, I don't know. Yeah, okay, really? A lot of times people just want to vent. Right? Let's face it. They just want someone to listen to them. They don't always want to argue, and you got to understand that as well. But I'm going to officially wrap it up with this because I've been doing shorter podcasts. If you are somebody, I'm telling you right now, who is always kind of someone who cannot seem to, or if you're somebody, I should say, is having a problem, maybe meeting women, or maybe it's just, having friends or long-lasting friendships, people kind of blowing you off, or again, ghosting you or dumping you back to relationships, or all these different types of things. Look at your tone. Look at the way you talk to people. I call them the interrogators. Are you interrogating people? Are you not, like, even when you call people, are you aggressive? Are you looking for that fight? Are your questions, like, are they authentic? Are they a conversation that's going to be beneficial to both of you? Or is it going to be horrific? So these are just things that I like to think about and talk about and try to help other people with. So anyways, you got any questions or comments, please hit me up. I've been kind of doing more anti-aging stuff along with my Rich CELENZA, my program, I should say, Mastering Self-Confidence, where I do want men to have confidence and women to stand up for themselves. But also, after a certain point in time, you can't always, what is that saying? There's a funny saying, you can't ride a dead horse or beat a dead horse or something. But a lot of people, what's that other saying? They try to drag the horse. I forgot how that saying goes, but a lot of times you're not going to win no matter how the conversation goes. What is the sense of always having them? Once in a while, I get it. But if you are somebody who either keeps talking shit or keeps arguing with everybody, or you allow other people to verbally abuse you constantly, don't stand for it. But if you do, it's on you. All right? All right. Take care, and I wish everyone nothing but the best.